Onto the story now, and Donovan Moodley, convicted of the kidnap and murder of Leigh Matthews, will appear in front of the parole board today. In fact, it started at 9 o'clock. Matthews' family will be in attendance, and supporting them will be Women and Men Against Child Abuse organisation. They're urging the board to consider the heinous nature of Moodley's crimes. Advocacy manager for the organisation, Ngaa Murombedzi, is live with us now. Thank you so much for joining us, Ngaa. I remember Leigh Matthews' kidnapping from the parking lot of the place of learning where she was studying as if it was yesterday. I can't believe it was 17, 18 years ago. And just the horror that everybody felt when her body was eventually found. What is your support system doing for the family today at the parole board hearing?
Thank you very much, Annika, for having me. So we're currently outside the correctional services. They have gone inside Mr. and Mrs. Matthews with one of our representatives. Basically, what we would like the parole board to do is consider the impact that Moodley's crimes had on the family. And we are premising on the fact that no remorse at all. And this is based on the fact that he has never told the full truth. We don't know what happened to Leigh at the time of following her death, the 11 days where he kept her in a freezer. We don't know who was involved in the crime along with him. We don't know who he is trying to protect. And for us, we are calling for a very transparent process. The fact that we're sitting outside the correctional services and yet people were able to sit through the trial. You know, we want this to be seen to be done. And this concealed parole process for us, you know, imagine Mr. and Mrs. Matthews are sitting there with this man who took away their daughter. They don't know the details around that, and they are sitting with him alone. We would like for them to be equally supported during this process. And, you know, have this, if they were to allow us in the Annika, they'd set such a precedent for the confidence that people have in the transparency of the justice system in South Africa.
In terms of him rehabilitating himself in prison and his chance to come back out into the world and lead a life that contributes to society, surely he should be given that opportunity to represent himself.
Absolutely. I want to make clear that we are not challenging the legal side. We're not saying he should not be given opportunity to present his presentation. What we are saying is the application of the law should take into consideration the impact of the crimes on victims and the opportunities that, the opinion of society. So his eligibility should be one leg. His legal eligibility is the one side. But we also want remorse to be reflective. We want his rehabilitation to be proven. We want South Africa to know, because we know from previous cases that people who have been released on parole go into communities, commit the exact same crimes, use the exact same MO. So we want South Africans to feel safe. And this can only be done by proving to us that Mr. Moodley is rehabilitated. But we're saying that rehabilitation is not going to be done for as long as there is a concealment of the truth around what happened.
Ngaa, I know that, you know, Leigh Matthews' body was kept in the freezer, and there was always this feeling that there had to have been accomplices, because he wouldn't have managed to have carried her body and done what he'd done on his own. He still hasn't said anything about that. He was given ample opportunity to. I suppose I'm wondering what the motive was. I can't exactly remember if that ever came out in the case. All right, we've lost connection there, and we'll certainly keep in touch with Leigh Matthews' parents to find out how that parole hearing went, as long as they are allowed to speak to us at some stage.